All blights down. And now we are treated with Calamity Ganon. This shocked me. I was expecting,
Link,
Ganondorf.
I'm sorry, but my power isn't strong enough. I can't hold it.
Or some form of his Dark Beast form, like Ganon Pig form, right? Oh no. This is something altogether different. This is a completely different form of Ganon than anything you've ever seen before. It's just unexpected. This almost reminds me how you've fallen down the pit here, and Link is gliding down almost like the Balrog and Gandalf, traveling down to the depths of the planet of Middle Earth. This is Calamity Ganon. Oh. Half beast, half Ganondorf. Or third, I should say, and third Guardian. This is Calamity Ganon. I scared the crap out of my kids when they first saw it. It's pretty scary, man. This is the scariest version of Ganon ever. Oh yeah, it's time. Okay. Here we go. Ooh, okay. Okay. I can handle that. Oop. There we go. Get into a better... Run away, run away, run away. Now those fire things he uses? Oh, yeah. So creepy how he crawls on the wall like this. He just dropped down, didn't he? Needed to have been closer for that flurry rush. There we go. Flurry rush. That's what we need. Do not get near him. Now, obviously, we would have had a lot more help from the champions if we had beat them from the Divine Beasts. Run, 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 run! Ooh, he's mean in business, isn't he? What? How did that happen? Did I not? Oh, I didn't have it open. Let's get that out. Whew. So, freeing the Divine Beasts and the champions gets you about half his health gone. So half his health would be gone in one instant, which is nice, because it means that's less you have to deal with. Run, run, run. He does not give you a lot of opportunities to attack once he gets stunned. That much is for sure. Oof. That hurt. Time for Phase 2. Invincibility. Now it can't be harmed normally. So this is where Flurry rushes and blocking things like his laser come into play. He's invincible. He blocks all your attacks and damage. And you might want to get away before he re-enables it, or that's going to hurt you very badly. Man, the design of this, I don't know who designed this thing, but it is absolutely phenomenal. The type of creature creation went into this. Ooh. He's not terribly hard as long as you know what you're doing. Although I do want to increase my attack up again. So let's get that attack boost again. Ooh. And my friends, we are now on the 45th day. I am so glad I got the shield. Oh, he really falls back on that laser, doesn't he? He gives you plenty of chances to shield back. Or use this particular shield against him. So there's not much you can do while he's in this form. You'll just have to wait for opportunities to shoot him, or flurry rush, or shield bash his attacks back at him. Well, here he goes again. Oh dear. Oh dear, 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 dear. Supposedly you can... Your ancient shield broke. Well, that sucks. Haha. I can't believe I bet this. No! Damn it. Why are you being so mean to me right now, Calamity? There we go, there's a good shield bash. Blocks him into a corner. That didn't work. There we go. Oh, he's so close. He's so close. So close to dying. You are really boxing me into a corner, buddy. Done. Whew. Basically, once you've beaten this boss right here, the game is more or less done. It's you're more or less complete. You're done with the game. There is one more boss after this, but for the most part, it's kind of play by numbers, rote sort of thing. Bye bye, Ganon. Come to think of it, I probably over-prepared for Ganon. I probably thought the final boss rush of the Blights was going to be a lot harder than it actually was. I was still worried about the Thunderblight Ganon, though. That was still a tough one. The fact that they put it at the end is just, ugh. But yeah, the Thunderblight refights weren't terrible once you prepared, as I did. So So 3 hearts, definitely manageable.
Ganon.
And we get a random horse.
Ganon was born out of a dark past. He is a pure embodiment of the ancient evil that is reborn time and time again. He has given up on reincarnation and assumed his pure, enraged form. If set free upon our world, the destruction will be unlike anything ever seen before.
Oh, this horse is not gonna like me. The one time we're forced to use a horse.
I entrust you with the bow of light, a powerful weapon in the face of evil. Link, you may not yet be at a point where you have fully recovered your power, or all of your memories. But courage need not be remembered, for it is never forgotten.
So we need to grab that bow first. From 32 to 100. Do I even have it equipped? Now we do. That beam, I think, will one-shot kill you. And the horse you're on.
Energy covering Ganon's body is called malice. None of your attacks will get through as he now is. I will hold the malice back as much as I can, but my power is waning. Attack any glowing points that you see. May you be victorious.
Okay. And he's moving. He's moving to see us. Oh.
Hurry!
I'm trying, princess. There we go, we got it.
Ganon's power is weakening.
Now we got to get to his other side. So behind his butt. So that huge open space. Oh geez, now he's... Oh my gosh, no!
Aim for a glowing area.
Now we gotta get to those glowing areas first. There we go.
It's working.
It is, of course it is. So as I said, this final boss, if you will, is not really much of a boss. It's more of just a story-based event. You can't, I mean, you can die, but it's very hard. You kind of have to really be focusing on dying. You really want to try to die, if you will.
Hit the glowing area.
Alright, underneath, in between. There we go. Ooh.
He's so close.
Now we got to get in front of him, right with the death ray right in front of us.
Link, look up there.
I kind of see it.
It's the very core of Ganon's being. Finish him, Link.
And we're done. Link, Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, complete. So we have freed her. Definitely the most impressive incarnation of Ganondorf yet. And the power of the Triforce is a little too much for Ganon. So 45 days, month and a half. We beat Ganon from Resurrection. Wow, this is seriously the most impressive display of power of the Triforce of Wisdom. You thought the Triforce of Power was impressive. Wisdom is more so. Wow. Destroy Ganon. Complete.
I've been keeping watch over you all this time.
How?
I've witnessed your struggles to return to us, as well as your trials in battle. I always thought, no, I always believed that you would find a way to defeat Ganon. I never lost faith in you over these many years. Thank you, Link. The hero of Hyrule. May I ask, do you really remember me?
And so, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is over. So, this game has sucked up so much of my time, and it has continued to suck up most of my time because I'm working through Master Mode right now. And my youngest and my oldest sons have games of their own, save files of their own, and they're playing through this. It is an enormous game if you're planning to explore everything and go everywhere. And it is by far one of my favorite Zelda games, just based on just sheer magnitude of it and overall scope of it and the feel and just the environment and the just everything about it is just amazing. It really does harken back to the days of full exploration and discovery that The Legend of Zelda was based and founded upon. And then, of course, I wouldn't say it lost its way. It just kind of diverged a little bit with the whole focus on dungeons and things like that. Like, that was the focus of the whole series, which, according to Shigeru Miyamoto, it is not. It is not the focus. The focus was the exploration of the world. So we'll see what the sequel, not Age of Calamity, but the actual Breath of the Wild sequel has in store for us in terms of the exploration aspect. So, challenge analysis. I have to say, on the whole, it wasn't really that bad. Master Mode is a lot harder, and that is me trying to get everything to survive. Here, I think I overprepared. 3 hearts is well doable in this challenge. More so if you don't get upgrades to the armor, and you don't get upgrades to your expansion slots for your weapons and shields and things like that. I would then say this would actually become a little bit considerably more difficult if you took those 2 things away, just those alone. But as it stands, any variety of 3 heart challenges is more or less doable unless you start stacking on additional rules and restrictions on yourself. And then, of course, then it becomes insane as a challenge. For me, since this is my first time doing a challenge anything in Breath of the Wild, like the first time I played, I was just playing casually. the second time I was playing, I did 100%, but I was catching everything and building my strength up, so I was, acing silver, moblins and Lizalfos all left and right. So this is actually the first time where I've actually tried to limit myself, where I've tried to not get certain things and to play a certain way. So this is my first challenge run, if you will, of any sort. So, given all that, and my experience through this game, again, using these challenge rules that I've made, which is more than easy for even the least skilled player to accomplish here, I would probably give this game a 3 out of 10. A 3 out of 10. And I'd have to say that's actually being a little generous. Knock out the upgrades to your expansion slots, knock out the ability to upgrade your armor, then I might want to bump it up to maybe 5 or 6, maybe 7, depending on how difficult it started becoming for me. But on the whole, yeah, I can't really give it more than a 3 out of 10. It's a fairly easy game once you know what you're doing, what is going to assist and help you in battle and in combat, using the boosts and the boons from the food you eat. So using all that stuff all together is what's going to make your playthrough a lot easier. So I can't see myself doing anything more than 3 out of 10 for this particular challenge. Higher if you want to put more restrictions on it. So now, Master Mode. Master Mode, just no challenges at all, just by itself. I automatically put it at a 6 or 7 out of 10, just based on my experience so far. It is very difficult, especially starting off on the plateau. Once you get off the plateau, it's a lot easier once you start gathering more weapons, more abilities, more everything, really. So once you start gathering all that stuff together, it becomes way more, what's the word? Doable, manageable. So Master Mode is definitely harder, and I would say putting challenges on top of that would almost rank it up to maybe 10 out of 10 in difficulty. And I have to say, because of one single design decision, health regeneration. If you attack an enemy and you do not attack it for like 4 or 5 seconds, it'll start regenerating health almost to near full health again. Having multiple enemies in a row, like a huge encampment of them, going full head-on into that becomes a very dicey, even suicidal affair in Master Mode. The health regeneration changes the game completely. I'm not even factoring in the fact that all the enemies have upped one level and have changed colors across the board. I'm not even factoring that in. I'm just factoring the one design decision of health regeneration. That changes the entire face of the game. If they had taken that out, I think Master Mode would be a little bit more enjoyable, because I have to be like a thief in the night. Have to stab everything while they're sleeping. And even then, Lizalfos can really screw you up in that regard, because they never sleep. For whatever reason, Lizalfos never sleep. So, as we go and revisit all these memories, as you've probably already noticed, the themes of each of the champions in the areas start playing over the credits. And as much as my wife and I don't dislike him, but my wife hates him, as much as I don't care too much for Rivali, he definitely has the best theme song out of all the 4 champions by far. It's just that his attitude is less than ideal. So, kudos to everybody who worked on this game. This is a phenomenal undertaking. I've played Skyrim, I've played Witcher 3, I've enjoyed the heck out of both of them, gotten 100% on both of them. Insanely hard to do, mind you. But for whatever reason, it just has not held my interest for multiple playthroughs as this game has. Something about Breath of the Wild just keeps wanting me to come back over and over and over again is just so inviting as an open world game that you can just sink your teeth into it. Whereas Skyrim and Witcher 3, they have involved quests. So you can't just hop in after work for an hour or two. You got to figure out where you are, what quests you have to do, and all that stuff. Here, the quests, I think, were kept simple on purpose. So you don't have to come back and remember what you were doing. You can just come back and explore. And just take an hour of just mindless wandering and enjoy it. I think that's a great design decision. So simpler is definitely better in this case. And I think they nailed it. Really good. Wow, 2017. It's already been that long, huh? Man, look at that Hylian shield. Looks amazing. Oh, they gotta rebuild so much. Aww. It's kind of like Rauru and the sages in Ocarina of Time watching over everybody. And off they go. I mean, there's no point staying behind at the castle. There's nothing left. They need to go around, let everybody know it's over, that it's time to rebuild. The end. Now, if you get all 13 memories, to include the one at Blatchroot Plain south of Kakariko, this extra scene plays. Secret ending.
We'll make our way to Zora's domain. Divine Beast Varuta. Looks like it's stopped working. Let's investigate the situation.
The Divine Beasts are there. They gained control of them.
Miva's father. I believe he would like to hear more about her. The least we can do is visit him and offer him some closure. Although Ganon is gone for now, there is still so much more for us to do, and so many painful memories that we must bear. I believe in my heart that if all of us work together, we can restore Hyrule to its former glory. Perhaps even beyond, but it all must start with us. Let's be off.
Varuta.
I can no longer hear the voice inside the sword. I suppose it would make sense if my power had dwindled over the past 100 years. I'm surprised to admit it, but I can accept that.
And, like the princess was talking about, the silent princesses are growing in the world. They're growing again. Which is indicative of her growth as well. So she's able to flourish as well as a person, as a princess. All right, everybody. That was Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. 3-heart run, memories only in order with the additional exploration of towers and stables and stuff like that. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. It has been a great trip down memory lane. I mean, the last time I played this was with the 100% run. So seeing it here, again, playing it through, kind of remembering things from about a year ago was definitely fun for me. So I hope you enjoyed the whole series, and maybe have learned a couple things new on your own that you may not have known before. So yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you next game I play. Until then, stay retro.